Crypto exchange Bitrue suffers $23 million hack. Singapore-based crypto exchange Bitrue has lost millions of US dollars worth of Ether and other coins in a hack. The trading platform suspended withdrawals until early next week to conduct additional security checks and promised to compensate the affected users. The platform's team said it was able to prevent further transfers of funds and assured the matter is being investigated. The affected hot wallet only holds less than 5% of our overall funds. The rest of our wallets remain secure and have not been compromised. Bitrue
hacking squad called Bureau 121. But that's not all. What sets North Korea apart from other countries is their state-sponsored hacking group called the Lazarus Group. These guys are causing chaos and stealing billions of dollars every year from companies, governments, banks, and even crypto wallets and exchanges. It's crazy, and the scariest part is that you've probably never even heard of them before. The Lazarus Group is North Korea's top-secret cyber criminal program, and they've been terrorizing financial institutions across the world with brutal cyber attacks. But how did they get started? Well, when North Korea was hit with heavy sanctions and shunned by the global economy, they needed cash fast. That's when Kim Jong-un decided to attempt the biggest bank heist in history with the help of his hacking group, the Lazarus Group. Now it's not really known how they first gained access to the Bangladesh bank systems, but there are a couple of ways they could have gotten in. The first was through a suspicious email sent out to Bangladesh bank employees a year prior, in January 2015. A seemingly innocuous job application from a man called Roz out of the Lamb popped up in some employees' inboxes. He included a message, device code adventures, and invited them to download a document with a CV attached. But inside that document, an invader was lurking. Once it was in the system, it got straight to work metastasizing itself inside the network. However, just as it gained complete control of the bank systems, it suddenly stopped. It wasn't time yet. The virus needed to lie dormant until the perfect opportunity, and that wouldn't come for another year. In February 2016, one of the biggest bank heists of all time was carried out. North Korean hackers sent 35 fraudulent SWIFT messages. A SWIFT message is basically a message from one bank to another, for example, telling one bank to send a set amount of money to another bank. These messages were used to illegally transfer nearly $1 billion. The money belonged to the Central Bank of Bangladesh. The hackers sent 35 instructions using the SWIFT system, but only 5 of these were successful. This meant that $101 million was transferred, meaning that they lost out on a whopping $850 million. And you won't believe why. The hackers misspelled the word foundation as foundation in the message, which made the bank suspicious and they blocked the transactions. Can you imagine losing out on $850 million because of a simple typo? The North Korean hacker who made that mistake ended up in a work camp, and I don't blame them. If they had succeeded, it would have been the biggest bank heist in history. 81 million of these dollars were sent to the Philippines and the other 20 million was sent to Sri Lanka. The remaining 30 transactions, amounting to $850 million, were blocked. The $20 million North Korea sent to Sri Lanka was actually recovered, and some of the money sent to the Philippines was recovered as well. In the end, North Korea made out with around $58 million, still a pretty good payday. The rest of the money was laundered from Sri Lanka and the Philippines to North Korea. Of all time, these guys are basically playing cyber GTA. But in the end, North Korea only made off with around $58 million, which is still a lot. It really seemed, at this point, like the Lazarus Group just did not care, even though everyone knew they were behind these attacks. No one could do anything about it. You see, if hackers have government backing, the chance of them being extradited is basically zero. And here's another story about the hacking group. Back in 2014, Sony Pictures was hacked by North Korea. This was because Sony was about to release a movie named The Interview. The movie, starring Seth Rogen and James Franco, showed them going to North Korea. The movie was a comedy, but they were very critical of the North Korean government, especially how the North Korean elites live a luxury lifestyle while most of the country is starving. They also showed Kim Jong-un getting blown up, which of course would be outrageous to the North Korean government. So the Lazarus Group stole large amounts of data from Sony Pictures. They leaked many damning emails, making Sony executives look very bad. They also leaked unreleased movies from Sony, and the personal information of over 4,000 employees. The US called this an act of cyber terrorism, and it really marked the Lazarus Group as one of the most dangerous hacking groups in the world. even though they were only hacking a movie studio. In March 2022, the Lazarus Group carried out their biggest hack yet. They stole $600 million by hacking a blockchain network connected to a popular game named Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity allows players to earn cryptocurrency while playing the game, and many people play it as a job. The game's virtual currency, Axe, has a market cap of $1.1 billion, even after being hacked. The Lazarus Group have stolen billions of dollars over the years, and it seems that with cryptocurrencies, they have hit the jackpot. Cryptocurrencies are unregulated and fairly anonymous, making it harder to catch these hackers. Unfortunately, cyber warfare is the future, as world elites have been discussing it for the past 2 years. It is cheaper and easier for North Korea to engage in cyber warfare than to waste millions of dollars on firing nukes. All you need for cyber warfare are computers and talented hackers, which North Korea seems to have with the Lazarus Group. Thanks for watching. This is the Business Crew. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you haven't already subscribed,